What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be starting a new series here on my channel, which I'm honestly very excited about. I hope you are too. And we are going to be talking about in this series the things that we don't really talk about in belly dance. You know, when you're going on a dance journey, when you're becoming a dancer, or if you are a dancer, there's a lot of things that happen. It's a world of things, and you know, we get taught how to do the movements, we get taught how to listen to the music, but we don't really get taught how to emotionally handle everything that happens when you're on a dance journey. So I wanted to really make this series about those topics that, you know, you may be too shy to bring up, that, you know, that have made you feel bad, that you can't really speak up about, or you don't have someone to talk to about it. So I want to be your belly dance big sister and talk to you about things that, you know, we normally don't talk about, that sometimes it's the ugly side. And today's topic that I really wanted to touch on, because this is something I've experienced and a bunch of people that I have met throughout my dance journey have experienced as well. The topic that we're going to be talking about today is toxic teachers and toxic dancers in this industry, that sometimes we get into a toxic relationship with them because we idolize them and we really look up to them. So definitely hit the subscribe button if you guys want to hear more content from me. If you really do like this series, definitely drop me a comment down below, or you can privately message me. I have my Instagram handle right there if you feel too shy to bring up a topic that we can talk about. But let's talk about these things. These last 10 years that I have been dancing, I have always wanted to see dancers post about the emotional side of dancing. And it's not just, you know, physically learning how to do the movements and buying the costumes and learning, you know, the ins and outs. There's a lot of emotional things that happen that, you know, up until very recently, people don't really talk about. We just go through them and we silently talk about them, maybe to our mom, maybe to our best friend. But these are things that we kind of like, we keep inside and we don't really discuss as a community. I noticed over this past year and then the pandemic, I noticed more and more people are discussing tough topics that are just the reality of this industry and of this dance scene. And a great person, if you guys do want to follow her, her name is Katie Sahar. I'll throw up her handle right here in the video. And she talks a lot about her experiences being a plus size dancer and, you know, body shaming and things that we normally don't talk about. So I was really inspired by her content and her page. I highly recommend her. She does have a YouTube link too. I'll drop everything down below. And I got super inspired by one of her posts. She basically did like a post to basically air your grievances about belly. She wrote in the post about how we idolize these dance superstars so much and how some of them, you know, use their students as ATM machines. And literally that was the first time I've seen someone talk about this. And publicly, you know, I've seen it, you know, one-on-one, in person, behind the scenes, but publicly actually bring it out there. And I was like, wow, you know, I've always wanted to talk about my own experiences. And, you know, and just hearing that, it literally made me feel better. It made me feel like I wasn't alone in what I experienced, and that, you know, maybe on social media, we can actually grow to become a much healthier community. So that brings me to the topic of today. And, you know, before I continue with this, I just want to let you know these guys are my own opinions. These are my own experiences that I have been through. And I don't mean this to bash anyone at all. I'm not mentioning any names either in the video. I don't mean it to bash anyone. I don't mean it to be negative. I just mean it to basically help you out. If you're suffering through this, or if you've been through this, I want you to listen to this video and know that you're not alone. And know that this is something that happens to so many people, and you don't have to deal with someone treating you bad. So let's do a little bit of a recap. When we start dancing, we go on YouTube, we go on Instagram, we go on Facebook, and we see these amazing dancers who are just like absolutely amazing, and they make us fall in love with dancing. They're beautiful, they're gorgeous, their technique is perfect. They've been on these stages that we can only dream about, right? and you really start to put them on this like huge pedestal, or at least personally I did. And you start, you know, basically fantasizing about how you would love to be a dancer, how you look up to them so much. It's like, you know, if you're watching a movie and you see a celebrity, that's how we start looking at these dance superstars or dance teachers or whoever we are idolizing at that moment. And sometimes, you know, when you're young in your dance career or you're looking for guidance, sometimes you can idolize a person so much to an unhealthy point that you don't actually see who they really are, number one, and how they may be taking advantage of your thirst for knowledge for this dance. You know, I really went through this very, very badly with one of my past teachers. Honestly, I admired this person so much, like to the point of just like, this person was just like a celebrity to me, and I was so honored to be learning with this person, and I was so excited to be learning with them. I had watched their videos, I had really like, you know, I felt like I connected with them, and I was so excited to learn with them. And you know, at that time, I didn't really know that much about the dance world, like at all, period. And basically this teacher, you know, at first they were nice to me, but as soon as I kind of like, you know, expressed my interest of, you know, I want to be more, I want this more than just a hobby. That's when I kind of started seeing this teacher's true colors. And basically, I'm not going to go into everything, but basically I got really taken advantage of, to the point of I felt completely like broken inside. You know, this teacher did so many bad things to me that I felt devastated, and I felt like I wanted to quit dancing. And you know, I can go into the list of every terrible thing that they did, but I'm not going to go into that. But I feel like, you know, they kind of took advantage of the fact that I admired them so much and I wanted this dream so much. And I see this time and time and time and time again with, you know, students who want to become professional. I see there's just, it's not every teacher, absolutely not every teacher. There's so many good teachers. And, you know, like I love my mentor, like I've mentioned her before, Valerie Molinari. She's also an amazing teacher. Doesn't take advantage of her students at all. That's why I love her so much. She gives so much to her students. But there are some teachers that will just take advantage of the fact that you want to learn, that you want to grow for whatever reason that they do, and they make you spend every last dollar you have, because you know, when you're in this position and you want to grow, you do everything they say because you believe in them. You think, you know, that they're rooting for you, and you ignore the wrong sides. It's like being in an abusive relationship. Like you ignore every sign that they give to you, and along the way, you know, you're getting put through so much because you want to, you know, reach this goal, because you want to be a professional. And it's wrong. And it's really, really wrong. And it's really, really messed up. And I know this is not every teacher. I'm saying this again, but there's a lot of people who have the same story. And maybe it's not teacher, maybe it's a friend, or maybe it's someone in the industry, or maybe it's someone that, you know, like owns a studio, or maybe it could be anyone in this industry that basically you are like putting your trust in, and they're manipulating it because they know you want to grow. And it's really sad. And if you've gone through this, because I've gone through this with more than one person, more than this one specific teacher, I've gone through this so much. It's almost to the point it's exhausting. It's so emotionally exhausting that you're literally like, I was in tears so many times. I was crying. I wanted to give up. I couldn't do this anymore. Like I went through so much things that like I can't even like, it's just, I would be here for more than just one video to describe everything like I went through and got taken advantage of by multiple people because I wanted to grow. I've met so many other people besides myself who have gone through the same thing. It's a trend. Because I feel like sometimes we idolize these dancers and we idolize these superstars to a point that they're like a celebrity. It's like, you know, if Britney Spears came, we'll do everything Britney Spears says, like no matter what. Like, oh my God, I never want to go against anything Britney Spears says. And it's just like, dude, Like, of course, respect these dancers. Of course, look up to them. But don't let yourself be a doormat for them. Don't let yourself feel like you're less than anybody else just because they dance better than you. Yes, they put in the hard work. Give them respect. Do not talk in their class. Do not record their stuff. You know, take the guidance that they say. But if you notice something doesn't feel right, if you notice that, you know, they're kind of being rude to you, they're kind of taking advantage of you, or they're saying things that are mean and not constructive, because there's a difference between constructive criticism and just being plain mean. And you're gonna start seeing little hints. And if you're in this relationship right now with a dance teacher or person in the dance community, leave. Just get out. And trust me. And you know, the hard thing is that sometimes you're really afraid to leave this relationship, and you're really afraid to speak up because you're worried about the influence this person has in the community. And I'm saying right now, like, because you know, it took me a long time to do a video like this, but it's just so important. Speak up. Say your truth. Say what you want to say. Be respectful. Don't be disrespectful. Be respectful. Say what you need to say to this person. Or if you don't want to say anything, don't say anything. And leave the relationship. Because you know what? This is a beautiful journey that's meant to be enjoyed. It's not meant to be, yeah, there's going to be, you know, times that like things don't work out and things are not going to go your way, but you're not meant to be abused and taken advantage of. And that's kind of what I see happen, and I see it time and time again. You know, I've lived through it, and it feels horrible. It makes you hate this dance, and like, it really does. Like, and hate is a strong word, but it makes you start to hate this dance because you start associating it with, you know, being taken advantage of, being walked all over. And it's like you're just afraid to say, hey, this is happening to me, because this might be a person that's like loved and by, you know, thousands, and you see on their Facebook, oh my God, you're such a good person, you're such a great this, and it's just all BS. It's just all fake. So don't be afraid to leave something toxic just because you idolize this person, just because this person is a superstar on Facebook. Who cares? Your happiness comes first. You deserve better. You do. And I wish, if I can go in a time machine, I would tell myself this. You deserve better. You're a good person, and you deserve to have someone, you know, guide you in a loving way. Not in a way out of, you know, jealousy, out of hate, out of greed. Screw that, you know? And kind of like another thing that I've noticed too, and it goes along with this, and I kind of wanted to talk about as well, you know, we idolize our teachers, right? And we idolize these superstars. And over this past like year or so, there have been superstars, like you've heard them and you've seen them, like Anna Borisova, Yamil Anum, and they have done racist things. You know, they have been in blackface. And that's just like, it's not okay. It's not okay. You know, we of course, we idolize the people so much, and we should respect them because of, you know, the way how great they dance, but they shouldn't be able to be immune to anything. It's not okay to perpetuate that. Like, it's not okay. And I think, you know, in this community, like, you know, I just kind of want to, like, at least for myself, I'm holding myself to this accountability that if something's wrong, I'm gonna speak up about it. I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not like a young little girl that's afraid of what everybody else is gonna say, because at the end of the day, no matter how good a dancer is, they're a person just like you and me. We're all born and we're all gonna die. And that's it. We're all the same. And, you know, it's not okay to just think someone is better. It's not okay to condone behavior of a person who's doing something inappropriate just because, you know, they're famous. It's not okay. It's unacceptable, and it's not okay. And, you know, I just like hope, you know, anyone that's going through these issues or these problems, just know I've been there. Things will get better. You will find the right people in your dance community who love you, who support you, who want to see you succeed. I'm finally at that point in my dance journey, and I have been for the last couple of years. I have found people who love me, who support me, who want to see me grow and want to see me achieve. Life is too short to be with people that just don't have any good intentions for you. So if you are in a toxic relationship, if you see something wrong on Facebook, don't be afraid to say what you need to say and just cut it out of your life if it's something that's affecting you in a bad way. Because you know what? Life is short, and dancing, you're supposed to enjoy it. You're not supposed to be being bullied. You're not supposed to be being taken advantage of, and you're not supposed to be, like Katie said, used as an ATM. You're not. Even if you're a bad dancer and you just started dancing yesterday, no one should make you feel less than. So that's kind of, that's my piece for today. I feel good putting this out into the world because I think there are more important things than just, posting a pretty picture, posting a pretty video. Sometimes things hurt us in this dance community, in this dance journey, and we need to heal from it. We need to move on, and we need to know that we're gonna be okay. So I made this video because I wanted to keep this whole conversation open, because I felt like throughout my whole dance journey, nobody's ever talked about these things. Nobody's ever, maybe here and there, like I said, up until this last year, people are talking more and more about mental health and dance, emotional things that you go through. These things matter. It really, really matters. And these are things that can make somebody quit. And these are things that can make somebody never want to dance again or feel horrible about themselves. And I just kind of want to bring it to the light so we can move on, we can heal. I hope this video helped you. I hope if you're going through this, I hope you put yourself in a better place. And I hope you know your worth and you know your value, and you are worth so much more. So with that being said, love you guys. Give me a comment down below about the next thing that you would like to talk about on this channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.